What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joey Gunota coming at you with another video, and it's going to be another one of those long, talky videos, probably not too long. We'll see how long it goes. I don't have a ton of things to say, but let's get to it. So, my rate of building has slowed down considerably. I was all set to complete 4 high-grade crossbones. I got the third one done just recently. It was the X2 Kai. Posted that on Twitter. And then the last one I have to do is the normal X2. And I haven't started that yet. Bags are opened, runners are out, ready to go. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then after that, I was going to do another high-grade Leo, and then 3 high-grade Universal Century ground-type Gundams with the parachute packs, finish up with another Leo. Do I have 3 left? 3 Leos left? Or just 2? I have 3. Yeah, do another Leo, and then hit up a couple master grades. The Double Quanta, the Trans Am version, and then the 7 Sword / G Trans Am 00 Riser. Not 00 Riser, just 00 Gundam. Anyway, and then finally finish up with my last Leo. However, plans have changed a little bit because I had a vacation recently, and I took some time to sit down and actually completely airbrush a model kit. Yeah, so I airbrushed a model kit. I've been doing all of this for like 19 years. I have had an airbrush for 9 years. I got an air compressor and a whole setup about 5 years ago. And finally I've airbrushed a model kit. So I'm really proud of that. I did a video a while back talking about how the process of airbrushing was so intimidating to me because I had seen so many pictures of amazingly airbrushed kits. All these beautiful shadings, gradations of color, different patterns and techniques, and it's intimidating to see all of that and having only ever hand brushed a few things and used rattle cans for so long, and you're like, man, I don't know if I have those skills. I don't know if I can do that. And then I'm so afraid to mess it up. Like, what if I waste my time? What if I waste my money? And I'm not good at this, and I just get discouraged, and I wasted all my everything on this. But I read an article, and I believe I shared it on Twitter. At least a snippet of it. And I don't remember the name of the article, and I don't remember the author. But the meaning behind the article was people are not enjoying their hobbies anymore. And it wasn't even a Gundam related article. It wasn't a Gunpla related article. I think it was actually about crafting or something. I don't remember exactly, but it applies to anyone with a hobby. Whether it's playing piano or another instrument, whether it's dancing, whether it's building models, whether it's coloring books. People have hobbies for everything. And people aren't enjoying it anymore because they're so worried about social media. They see all these amazing hobbyists for whatever they're into, and they compare themselves to that, and they're, I'm never going to be that good. That's what they get stuck in their head. I'm never going to be able to do that. And then they think, if I don't do this just perfectly and I post it on there, it's going to get torn to shreds and all the haters are going to bash me or whatever. And you need to learn to ignore that. You need, sure, share your hobby, but who cares what other people think? It's your hobby. It's your, in this case, your Gunpla, your paint, your imagination. It's you. And you got to do it for you. You have to enjoy your hobby for yourself. So that was very motivating to me. And I just so happened to get, it was either free or very, very cheap. I'm talking like a couple bucks. A high-grade Universal Century Chars Zaku 2. Not the Origin version, it's the old one. very simple kit, but it was perfect because it didn't have a ton of detail that I had to worry about, and it was an easy kit to get rid of all the seam lines. So I had the kit, and right when I got it, I went ahead and I just snapped it together, and I got rid of all the seam lines, sanded down everything really nice and smooth. Even went through and took, like, because I didn't have any putty, I took plastic shavings from the runner and some cement, and I made like a putty, sort of, and filled in any gaps and things like that as I went along. And I service prepped the whole thing, so it was nice and smooth, ready to go. And then it sat in a bag for a while. And then I had vacation. I was waiting until I had my vacation. So I took my vacation, and it took me about 3 days to do. The first day I just did priming. Just primed the whole kit, all the parts. And luckily, I had some spare parts from a previous Zaku. So, my ex, the first kits that she built were a high-grade Universal Century Zaku 2 and a high-grade Universal Century Gundam. Long story short, she gave those back to me when we split. I smashed them with a hammer. I turned them into art projects. But I had leftover parts. I had the bazooka and the machine gun and the weapon holding hands and the heat hawk from the Zaku. So I thought to myself, I got this. The kit comes with 2 holding hands for weapons, but it's 1 for each hand. The Zaku, especially Char Zaku, it's always right-handed, always. So I had an extra right trigger finger. Perfect. I had extra weapons. Perfect. So now I can have 2 holding hands, each holding the bazooka and the machine gun, plus have an extra bazooka to mount on the back skirt when it's not being held, or an extra machine gun that can also mount on the back skirt when it's not being held. I had 2 heat hawks. I painted one as unactive and one as active. Yeah, so I had extra parts, and that worked out really well. So I even did pre-shading. You know, I decided I was going to just jump right into this. I talked myself up to it, and there we go. I took pictures and posted a few pictures on Twitter. It's not 100% finished yet. I still want to add a decal to the shield and maybe a Xeon emblem on the chest, and then do a top coat. But my main inspiration for this was the video game Gundam versus the Verse series. It was the Federation versus Xeon Deluxe for the PlayStation 2. I wanted that sort of matte coating to it, something sort of faded. But I also took inspiration from the anime, and as you can see from the back here especially, the shoulder and the knee joints are painted in the same color as the armor. And I thought, I don't know, I really liked that look, I guess. I really liked it. So, yeah, really proud of that. And I'm really proud that I finally took those steps to do it. I was watching a Netflix comedy special, burned my skin on the oven door the other day, so that's what that is. I was baking bread, really good beer bread. Anyway, I was watching a Netflix comedy special, Virdas. He's an Indian comedian. He's also an actor in Bollywood. And he was talking about how he had done a movie that was not well received. And he learned something from that. He learned something that I feel like I can apply this to my life, and I hope that you can too. And I'm going to paraphrase a little bit on what he said, but he said you can only own and control your skills and your talent. That's yours. Your reputation belongs to everybody else. They decide whether you're in, you're out, you're cool, you're lame, you're good, you're bad, whatever. That's theirs. So ignore your reputation because you can't control it anyway. Just do what you love, do what you're good at, enjoy it, and if you want to put it out there in the world, put it out there in the world to share. And I think, that's kind of how I've come to view airbrushing and improving my skills in this hobby. It's more of, what do I want to do for me? And then if it turns out bad, I learn from it and I can move forward. And, if I want to share it, I'll share it. If I don't want to share it, I don't share it. But I don't mind sharing my mistakes. I've made quite a few. So anyway, what's my next project? I'm still going to continue snap building the kits that I had mentioned earlier in the video. I do want to get all those done. I don't think I'll get them done before the end of the year like I had planned, but that's okay. But I have airbrushed Char's Zaku 2. So now, obviously, I need to airbrush the Gundam, right? Right. So I only had a few choices here. I had the G30th Gundam, which I have other plans for, because I already painted one of those up really nicely, hand brushed. I have other plans for that one. I also had the original high grade, like the first high grade Gundam. But I have plans for this one as well, so I didn't want to use this guy. What do I have? The Gunpla Builders Beginners Set Volume 1. It's the Gundam versus the Zaku. So it comes with both kits. Probably going to go ahead and airbrush both kits because I have both kits. And I'm going to do them, again, very anime style. On the Gundam, I'll do white joint covers, yellow Vulcans, and I was going to pre-shade in blue on the white. I think that would look really nice. The hands will be like that really weird, not quite gray, not quite green color that you see in the anime. And the back of the shield. The back of the shield will be red. Not gray, not white, red. Because that's the way it is in the anime. Yeah, and I have extra weapons for him too. The Zaku will be also anime Zaku green. I don't have any more spare hands for him. So what I'll probably just do for that is he'll probably just take the machine gun, because that's the most iconic. And yeah, that'll be my next airbrushing project. So what I want to do is I want to revive my Gunpla videos in a way, and I'm going to film the whole process. I'll do like an unboxing, looking at the runners, looking at the manual video or videos, I don't know yet, and then just get to work on it and film the whole process. And what I was thinking I would do is coffee. Excuse me. What I was thinking I would do is film the whole process of me building it and then put it up in like 10 to 15 minute segments. Excuse me. Yeah. So what I'll do that. I'll film the whole process from, the preliminary building, removing seam lines, sanding, surface prep, the whole 9 yards, and then film priming it and painting it and displaying it and all that. Probably just going to do the Gundam for now. I'll do the Zaku later. So that should give me some content for quite a while. And what I was going to do is I'll put up the normal segments, and it'll be just me building, and you'll have like the sounds of me building in the video, and then I'll put up a second version with some commentary, and then I can sell Blu-rays. That was a joke. But yeah, that's what I was thinking I would do. Get some content out there, and be proud of a project that I'm working on. And that's what this is all about. It's about being proud of what you're doing and enjoying it because it's your hobby. It's your thing. So that's what I want to put out there. I think that's it. Oh, after this, because I want to continue to airbrush things. There's no way I'll be able to airbrush all of my kits. No way I'll ever be able to do that. And I don't want to. But after I finish airbrushing these two guys, my next project will be Master Grade Hyakushiki. It's the one with the Balyut system, so I don't have to worry about clearing off or removing any of that chrome or special coating or anything like that. And I have some Spastics metallic color shift paint. It goes from gold to red, and that's what I want to do with that one. Probably do the inner frame in like a matte gray or maybe a simple gunmetal. Nothing too flashy because I really want the focus to be on the armor. And after that, I have all of the other Endless Waltz Master Grades that I have to work on. So, many years ago, I did the original 5. The Death Scythe. Sorry, brain fart. Death Scythe, Wing for Ka, or Wing EW. Shenlong, Sandrock, and Heavy Arms. Now, what I did with those is I did just rattle cans. I took parts off the runners, cleaned them up, missed some nubs on those pretty bad. I trimmed them with like a hobby knife. It wasn't sanding at that point. Anyway, and I did those with rattle cans, and I was really proud of them for what they were. At the time, they were my first fully painted kits. Did the inner frames and the armor, all the weapons, everything like that. It's getting dark in here. I don't like that lighting. Makes me look like a ghost. Speaking of ghosts. And so, yeah, I was really proud of those kits. Because I got them fully painted and looking good. So now, I have all the other Endless Waltz kits to do. I have Wing Zero Custom, Death Scythe Hell Custom, Tallgeese 1, 2, and 3. I have the Epion. I have the Proto Zero. I have the Sandrock Kai, Heavy Arms Kai, and Nitaku. All in my backlog, and I want to paint those. I don't want to. I'm gonna airbrush them because I want them to look really good, and I'm happy with how well I've done so far. This paint job for the Zaku is not perfect. There is some parts that I wish I would have shaded a little more. Some parts I would have shaded a little less. I got excited when it was all done, and I did not let things cure 100%. And when I put it together, I chipped some of the paint. Or maybe I just wasn't careful. I don't know. Lacquers tend to dry pretty quickly, but yeah. I used Mr. Color and the Gundam Color line of lacquers on these, or on this, and I was really proud of that, just this whole project. There are some parts where the paint was a little thin, and it kind of like, and instead of letting that dry and sanding it off like I should have, I just tried to paint over it, and you can see some of the texturing from that mess, but that's okay. I don't care. I painted a kit, and I am happy with it. So that's my lineup of kits that I want to airbrush. There's going to be quite a bit of just snap building in between, just out of the box builds, because I don't think I can keep this up on a long-term basis if I'm going to just keep doing it. It's something that I'll do in spurts. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm really excited to continue airbrushing. And I'm really, excuse me, excited to get to this. So, I think that's it. That's all I have to talk about. What do you have to talk about? What are your projects? What are you working on? Are you getting anything for Christmas or another holiday this time of year for, Gundam related? Sound off in the comments. Let me know what's going on. And, I'm really excited to know what people are hoping to get for the holidays or for Christmas. Was Bandai Santa happy with you? Are you on the naughty list? Because if you're on the naughty list for Bandai Santa, you don't get a lump of coal. You get a high-grade Universal Century Methus, because that's a punishment. Until next time, guys, happy building, be good to each other, take care.